crossover boxing event ever. Live on the Zone pay-per-view, October 14th. Sign up at dazn.com.
This is Oscar Bevis for IFL TV. Delighted to be joined by Mr. Adam Brooks, my man. Good to see you. Here in Manny for a big week, prime card. Mate, we have got a lot to talk about today. Just first off, I don't think I've seen you personally or properly since Telford. We might have bumped into each other a couple of times. But yeah, how have the last 6 or so months been in the life of Adam Brooks? I know still kind of riling people online and just telling truths.
Yeah, no, I like to tell a few home truths on Twitter and Instagram, and get a few people wound up. But, I'm only saying what I believe, and I believe it's what most people believe, but they just haven't got the bottle to say it. So, I'm not going to change. Obviously, I had my charity fight as well at York Hall. Won that in 60 seconds, so I was pretty pleased. Raised a lot of money for a kids' cancer charity. So, look, it's been a busy 6 months, but it's been a good 6 months.
Yeah, for anyone who hasn't seen that, head over to Adam's Instagram, and I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. Some knockout.
He walked straight
must have felt unbelievable. And by the way, when you say 60 seconds, if you haven't seen it, this isn't him fighting an idiot. You're not fighting an idiot here. This is a credible opponent who's walked onto a Rocky-style shot. Mate, you must have felt $1 million.
He come at me southpaw, and he was a swinger anyway. I mean, he's more used to bare knuckle, but he comes swinging, and luckily he walked straight onto a right hand. So I'm happy. I got the Hollywood shot, the Hollywood knockout that I wanted.
And you did kind of put a big emphasis, like you said, on raising money for a cancer charity as well at the same time. So kind of a good feeling around that fight for you as well. Kind of trying making a difference with it as well.
I think we got up to 42,000 for Abby's Army, which is a cancer charity for DIPG research for kids' cancer. So I'm happy. I did my job.
Mate, you done 2 jobs that night, so well done. So yeah, you're here. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to kind of let you take the floor. Obviously, we know Prime Card Week is massive. I know Mams kept saying there's a surprise in the works. Ryan Taylor ended up getting nicked or something. Swarmz needed an opponent. Just kind of, I guess, the floor is yours to tell us what's happened over the last few hours.
It's been a long day, Oscar. I was walking the dog at 11:30 this morning, and the phone went, and they was like, "Can you get to Manchester?" So I was like, "What for?" And it was to stand in. I was going to fight Ed Matthews. Show the youngsters how it's done. I've come up here. I've done medicals and whatever, but unfortunately, it's not to be. Swarmz is now fighting Ed, and I hope Swarmz puts him away.
So, in kind of a little bit more detail, you were called up to fight Ed, and was that going to be the surprise fight that Mams was talking about? And just because Swarmz has ended up with no opponent, or was it? You made it sound like Swarmz kind of said no to Ed first.
I don't know the politics, and I don't want to go into the politics. That's for Misfits and Swarmz and whoever. But I was here and ready. I made weight. Obviously, they know that I keep myself fit and I'm into my boxing. And it would have been great to walk out with my little boy on the prime card, but it weren't meant to be. Another time, another show.
Yeah, I'm sure that will come. You do look in brilliant shape. Must be gutting, 'cause I know your boy's a big influencer boxing fan. You take him to the events. What's his name? Artie, little Artie. I'm sure he would have absolutely loved to walk out alongside you. But like you said, I guess another time for that. And then they know if you can kind of just go on a whim to Manchester ready for a big fight, that there'll be something there for you, for sure.
I'm obviously in the scene now, and I'm in their head. So I just appreciate being phoned and I dropped what I was doing, and I've come up. It wasn't meant to be, but it was pretty hard telling my boy tonight that I wasn't. I only found out 8:00 that it was off, so it was a pretty hard phone call to tell him. But he's coming up Saturday, and we're going to have a great night and watch a great card.
Yeah, it's a monster card, a monster night for influencer boxing. But for yourself going forward then, I know you've kind of, I'm not going to say hinted a lot online, perhaps pushed a lot by saying in tweets that you're ready and it's something you're well up for and you kind of love to participate on a Misfits card, etc. Are we going to continue that pushing, or is there kind of been a couple of nudges maybe from people saying, look, your time's going to come now because of what you've done today?
I'm pretty confident I'm going to be on a Misfits card. I've got a good relationship with Mams. He's become a friend of mine. I love this scene. My boy loves it, but I've met some good friends coming to these events, and at first it was for my boy, but I really do enjoy it, and I'm going to enjoy the next few days here as well. It's a fantastic thing, it's not boxing, it's entertainment mixed with boxing, and even like our good friend Eddie Hearn will say that, it's not the same, but it can be alongside. So let's see how the show goes.
Now, yeah, they can coexist alongside each other, and I think Misfits has kind of been a perfect example of especially like the Zone, showing Misfits cards and normal boxing at the same time. So this weekend, 2 massive fights. Who are you leaning with?
You know what? I'm not really sure, but my gut is telling me that KSI and Fury is going to go the distance. Okay. So I think it's going to be a points win. I would lean towards the pro, but who knows? I think KSI is going to give a very good account of himself, and I think it goes the distance.
I suppose there might be something to be said for, and I think Tommy's admitted this could have been part of the problem in Saudi Arabia, nerves. Yeah. KSI walking out in front of 20-odd thousand people is, I'm not going to say nothing to him, but very different to Tommy Fury and what he's used to.
I think KSI loves the atmosphere and he loves the pressure. We're yet to see Tommy, does he love the pressure? He held a good account of himself against Jake Paul. Wasn't a masterclass, was it? But, maybe the nerves did kick in there. It'd be interesting to see how that goes Saturday here.
I'll tell you who has been getting involved, John Fury. He might as well be stepping in the ring at this point. I don't know how much attention you paid or have you watched or saw a lot today. You can't get rid of the man, can you?
I haven't seen a lot because I was on trains and I was having medicals, but he is a bit of a menace, isn't he? But he's entertainment. I think someone just winds him up before they go in and let him go, and it makes great TV, doesn't it? Again, Misfits is about entertainment. I don't really like to see that in pro boxing too much, or not to that extent, but I think it does belong in this scene, definitely.
Yeah, it is a completely different kind of world. In terms of Logan and Dylan Dennis, like I said, you're big on Twitter, you're big in the social media world. You must have seen Dylan just absolutely hounding Logan relentlessly.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
I think Logan said earlier around 600 tweets from morning till night.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe because I'm older, I'm old-fashioned. I don't think you should bring someone's partner or wife or fiance into it. I think it's pretty low. I don't like what he's doing. Maybe one tweet could have been seen as quite funny, but as you say, a few hundred tweets is bordering harassment, and I don't like that. Attack the man, not the man's girlfriend. And I'm hoping Logan sparks him. I think round 2 sparks him clean out.
I guess you must have seen a couple of the clips of what went on earlier. Dylan threw the prime bottles originally into the crowd. So he's obviously got nothing to hit him with. Gone straight with a mic. Logan is cut. Again, it's just Misfits, jeopardy, excitement, entertainment, everything.
To be fair, it's lucky that it's not too bad and the fight's not off. If that had slit his face open, you wouldn't be seeing a fight on Saturday. So, it's just stupidity. It's not something, again, maybe I'm just an old git. I think he's took it too far, and if you ever see me on one of these, you're not going to see that sort of theatrics from me at all, I wouldn't want to mug myself.
Mams is just going to listen to this and go, what? That's what he was after. We was after a bit of that.
He knows I'm not going to do any of this theatre stuff, but I'll entertain in different ways.
Is there anyone that you've got kind of on your hit list as such?
I don't really know now. Do you know what? Meeting Ed Matthews today.
Okay, you two met today.
I met him in the lobby here about an hour or so ago, and he's smaller.
Just after you realised you weren't fighting?
Yeah, we spoke, and since meeting him, I really think I would have taken him today. I really do, and I think Swarmz is going to take him to the cleaners later, or Saturday.
Mate, I can't wait for Saturday. Good to see you. Pleasure as always. And what are the next few weeks entail or months entail as we build towards what will be your Misfits debut when it does happen? Maybe anything in between, or just like I said, just still spitting truths on TV.
Thank you, mate. Look, I'm always going to come to IFL TV. Long-standing friends of mine. Love Coogan, love you boys. And look, if I get any news, I'm going to tell you first.